Well, good day. So for today, I'd like to talk about another modern classic Christmas special. This one is pretty zany, and if you're thinking zany and Christmas specials, you know I must be talking about SpongeBob SquarePants. It's right. So as usual, let's recap the special, then we'll talk about some more things after. Alright, let's go. It's Christmas in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is his usual cheerful self, but his cheerfulness is like turned up to 11 because it's Christmas. He wakes up with a song in his heart and sings about Christmas joy to all of his friends, such as Squidward with his stone heart, and Patrick, who is planning on kidnapping Santa Claus and is in the process of making a trap, Sandy Squirrel, and of course his boss, Mr. Crab. With all of this Christmas positivity that SpongeBob is exuding, there must be an equal Christmas negativity going on, which would be in the form of Plankton. This guy's a mainstay on Santa Claus's naughty list and is getting pretty sick of it. His robo-computer girlfriend Karen suggests, maybe you just start being nice, but we all know that's not what Plankton's all about, so he came up with a plan. If everyone in town is a super jerk, well then he'll look good in comparison and he'll get his gift. So he cultivates this really rare element called jerktonium. If you ingest this stuff, man, you just turn into an insufferable jerk. So he gets a bunch of this jerktonium put in fruitcake because everybody loves to eat that. And he makes this really awesome fruitcake mobile called the Jerk Maker 9000. Like, it's pretty convenient, right? You just drive around town handing out fruitcake. Like, that sounds like a pretty easy gig. Of course, the first person Plankton sees is SpongeBob with his super positivity. SpongeBob eats a ton of this fruitcake and is not even turning into a jerk. Plankton feels defeated. He thinks his plan is a failure. So he just gives SpongeBob the car keys and takes off. So SpongeBob, really loving this fruitcake, starts driving around town handing out this fruitcake to everybody, which they all do find this fruitcake really tasty. But the fruitcake was not a failure. Everybody turns into a super jerk. There is mayhem on the streets in Bikini Bottom. So seeing as SpongeBob can't be turned bad, Plankton goes to Plan B, which is a robot version of SpongeBob, which is set to evil. So Robo SpongeBob is out and about in the town, just wreaking havoc along with all the jerks. So this can't be good, right? This is pretty horrible. SpongeBob goes out to hang out with Sandy and it's like, yo, everyone's a jerk, man. You gotta help us out. Like, what the hell and stuff, right? And SpongeBob accidentally gets some of this fruitcake into Sandy's Christmas magic analyzer. What? You just have this thing lying about? Like, what? I don't know how this makes sense. I guess it's just something needed for the plot. But however, this analyzer shows that the fruitcake is completely riddled with jerktonium. And this analyzer also makes an antidote, which happens to be a song, and actually a pretty good little catchy tune. So SpongeBob goes into town, starts singing the song to everybody, and everyone turns unjerkish, and yay, Christmas is kind of saved, right? Well, no. No. Because Santa shows up like right at that point, and he's like, yeah, you guys are all jerks. You're actually all on my naughty list now. All of you except for Plankton. Which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense now, does it? Because if Santa could see everything, wouldn't he have seen that Plankton kind of created all this mayhem for his own nefarious gains? No, of course not. I guess Santa doesn't see you when you're sleeping at all then. Huh. Anywho, Plankton gets the gift that he's always wanted. The secret formula to Krusty Krabs. Also, Robo SpongeBob comes on down to just destroy Santa Claus, which can't be good. So SpongeBob grabs the old Jerkmaker 9000 mobile and destroys Robo SpongeBob and saves Santa Claus in the process. Yeah, so Christmas is definitely saved now, right? Like, and Santa finds out that it was Plankton who made Robo SpongeBob, so he loses his gift because he's back on the naughty list. Yeah, so I guess it's all good. Christmas is saved, Santa is saved. Well, I guess nobody got gifts this year because they were all naughty, huh? But other than that, Christmas is saved, so yeah. And that is the end of that tale. There was another side little tale with Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot, where they stole a mail truck so they can ensure that Santa gets his letters, and that was kind of spliced in here and there, just some randomness, but with that story and the other story all kind of done, that is the end of this fantastic tale. So really, that one is actually pretty awesome. awesome. Like, so many things about it are pretty awesome too, right? All the songs in it, they're just silly, kind of quirky songs, but they just work so well. So the whole meaning behind the special is pretty good, right? Like, don't be a jerk, and don't be a jerk at Christmas. Like, that's, that's pretty good. Like, we can all dig that. Just the way that they got to that point is very unrelatable, I guess. Unless you like to eat fruitcake, I've never really partaken myself, but Another thing I really love about the special is that it totally has that Rankin and Bass kind of vibe to it. And there is a lot of Rankin and Bass references and homages in this special, which, makes it even better. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take some more looks at this special here. So on many levels, this Christmas special is very much on par with Rankin and Bass Christmas Specials, or at least in its production, I guess you could say. Things that are very similar is in the Rankin and Bass universe, many Christmas specials are based on a song, and this SpongeBob special is no different. So the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, Tom Kenny, and his buddy Andy Paley wrote the song Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas in like 2008 or so. I thought it was a pretty fun song. One of the executive producers at Nickelodeon heard that song and was like, you know what, man? It would be really awesome if we made a Christmas special about this song, people being jerks at Christmas. And boom! This Christmas special was born! So the antidote for Jerktonium was the song that inspired the special. Pretty awesome to see. Also, clearly Rankin and Bass influence with the whole stop motion puppetry. Obviously, for a lot of people, like, the whole stop motion process is like the epitome of Christmas specials. So this really awesome that they did it in this one. This isn't the first time we actually seen SpongeBob in stop motion. Way back in 2002, Nickelodeon produced a couple of short little segments called Merry Nickmas, and some of these shorts did feature SpongeBob and some of his buddies in a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer parody with a lot of other Nickelodeon characters all in stop motion. Of course, not a flushed out episode, but still pretty awesome to see. And this isn't the last SpongeBob episode to be done in stop motion. There was the 2017 Halloween special, The Legend of Bikini Bottom, which is actually really awesome. And that one would have the same kind of vibe as the Rankin and Bass Halloween specials, like Mad Monster Party, or sorry, it's a question, Mad Monster Party, and Mad Monsters. Plenty of Rankin and Bass to go around, and there's even more. Within the special, we do see kind of some scenes cut in with Patchy the Pirate on his way to find Santa Claus so he can get his Christmas letters delivered to him personally, and he stole a mail carrier's truck to do that. That is, of course, a direct reference and a parody to the classic Rankin and Bass narrator S.D. Kluger, who was featured in Santa Claus is Coming to Town and The Easter Bunny is Coming to Town. S.D. Kluger delivered the mail in both of those specials, and technically so did Patchy the Pirate in this one, albeit a little different way, but hey, also they both kind of resemble each other, so pretty awesome to see. Speaking of seeing, the whole look of Santa Claus kind of got a bunch of people riled up a little bit, and I gotta confess, it did kind of throw me off with the first time I seen him. People thought he looked too much like a pig. What, with the pointy ears and all, and that kind of a snout of a nose? Well, so the animators of the show had the idea to make Santa Claus look more kind of like an elf, because that is part of Santa Claus's folklore, was actually he was an elf, at least in the early days of Santa, right? Like, so if you take a look at a Rankin and Bass elf here, we can see, yep, they definitely do have the pointy ears like Santa does. Santa's nose is a bit much. It kind of resembles more the the Bumble's nose, but it is what it is. They also wanted Santa Claus to look really kind of worn down and tired, because part of Santa's backstory in the special is that Bikini Bottom is the last stop on his ride, so he's gonna be tired and worn out, and he just wants to go home and hang out and relax. And Santa in this one is voiced by the legendary John Goodman, who also voiced Santa Claus in that movie, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not the Rankin and Bass one, but some other random one which I hear is good. I don't know. They did make short mention of another Rankin and Bass legend, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which in Bikini Bottom they have a version of him called Randolph the Red-Nosed Seahorse. so we didn't get to see Randolph, but it would be pretty awesome if they ever do a SpongeBob Randolph special. Like, that would be pretty sweet, I think. I'm kind of silly that way though, so what do I know? Even though this is a pretty awesome SpongeBob Christmas special, this isn't his first Christmas episode. We would have to go all the way back to season 2 in the year 2000, where there was an episode called Christmas Who? And we would have to wait 12 whole years until this one came out. One silly thing about this special, other than everything, was that it was shown on the CBS network. SpongeBob and all that, of course, being Nickelodeon property, was always shown on Nickelodeon. So this one showing up on another network, I guess that shows you how important this one is for Christmas. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you this time around. So yeah, right on, and there you go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it as much as I did making it. Also, feel free to check out the source material that I featured in this video. And if you want to leave a comment on anything you may have liked or things I might have missed in this, feel free to do so. Or anything else, just to say hi. That's cool too. And other than that, have a great day. Thanks.